Hey everybody, let's get started. So we need some onions, celery, carrots, rosemary, mushrooms, and garlic. We are then going to take some beef short ribs and give them a good helping of salt and pepper. Make sure that you get all sides, and we're going to add this into a Dutch oven with some avocado oil so we can get a higher smoke point. Make sure that you get the ends of these when you're searing. And when you're done, it should look something like this. So take them out of the pan, and then right back into that same pot with all that goodness from the ribs, we're gonna add in celery, onions, and carrots. That'll be 2 parts onion, 1 part celery, 1 part carrot, and that will make our basic mirepoix. So this is a French technique that you'll see in very, very many French cuisines, but it's a good way to go. So once you get those sweated down, you're gonna add in some tomato paste, and that is just gonna help us to fortify the sauce or braising liquid that this is about to turn into. Once you get that in and stir it around, we're gonna add in some rosemary. Don't freak out about this. They don't have to cook because they are about to be doused in a bunch of wine. So I prefer to use a Pinot Noir when I'm braising. A lot of people will tell you that they want you to use a Cabernet, but this is just my particular style. I just think it comes out better. So once you get that in there, you're gonna bring that to a simmer and you are gonna let that reduce by half. And once it reduces by half, you are then gonna add in some beef broth or beef stock, whichever you got lying around the house. And you wanna fill this up to the level where you can put these beef ribs in to where they're not completely submerged, but they are just right up to the top. So just like you see here in the pan. And basically, once you've got it there, you are gonna slap a lid on that and throw it into a 350-degree oven for 2 hours. That's gonna make it perfectly tender. So once you start approaching the done time of your ribs, you are gonna throw some butter in a pan that clearly needs to be replaced, and then toss in your mushrooms. These can be any kind of mushrooms that you want. Right here I'm using white mushrooms, but I've definitely done this with baby Bella before because I love the flavor. So mushrooms have a lot of liquid. Throw a little salt on these and then throw some garlic in here and give it a quick stir. Now we want to elevate this a little bit, so we're going to take that same Pinot Noir and put just a splash in and reduce it completely in the pan. And then take those mushrooms out and reserve it because we're going to use that same pan in a minute. Then we're going to boil some potatoes. I'm lazy, so I leave the peel on, but look here, they are fork tender. That's how I know they're done, and I want to start this about 40 minutes before the ribs are going to come out of the oven. Toss this into a stand mixer, grab about 2 tablespoons of butter and throw it in with a whisk, and then throw some cream on that. For brownie points with your family, throw some garlic powder, not salt on that. Here's what your ribs should look like when they come out of the oven. They should be beautiful. You want to take those ribs out and you want to strain all of that goodness into the same pot that you were cooking your mushrooms in, and then add a little beef stock. You're going to bring this down and reduce it and add those mushrooms back in, and the longer you cook this, the better it's going to be and the thicker the sauce. But here's the final result, everybody. Beautifully tender beef short ribs on garlic mash. Enjoy.